Hello everybody, my name is Maria. I go by Tiny because I'm very small in stature. I did this video in 2019, aka Tiny. I am a real fucking person, so I thought I would make a video so that everybody knows what the hell we are all talking about and have been dealing with for the last 4 years. Unfortunately for some of us, we got sucked into this fucking web of lies that Janie Santana, also known as Alexis, also known as, I don't know what the fuck her name is today, Bella, Christina, she's probably Ron Harris as well. I have no idea. You guys figure it out for yourselves or do your own investigating if you don't believe me. Long story short, we all met Janie when she claimed that her son was missing. I do believe that at some time he was missing. However, since then, I believe that he has been found and that she knows exactly where he is at. I also believe that she has been hiding this fact from everybody because she still used this as a ploy to scam people and bullshit people and get people to feel sympathy for her and empathy, which we fell into that trap. So I am kicking myself in the ass. But with that being said, I want everybody to know that she is a fucking liar. I have told her myself. I have confronted her. I have messages from her. And I have screenshots. So if anybody wants to see them, please feel free to call me. If she has a problem with this video, she has my phone number. She knows where I live. And she can personally contact me, which I've given her that option as well. And she has not responded because she knows that she has been busted. Second of all, Bella, let's get to Bella. Bella on October 29th was supposedly kidnapped from her home, beaten, left half to death, found after several weeks, put in a coma, and all of a sudden, although she could not respond to anybody or be on Facebook or anything up until 2 weeks ago when Christina came up missing, which I'll come back to that in a second, all of a sudden she has fucking bounced back and she remembers everybody and she's just so happy and she's fully well. Another reason I would say, if Bella is fucking real and if this really happened, show us proof. I want a video of Bella, not no goddamn fucking Facebook message that you're typing yourself. I want to see proof that she was in the hospital and in this coma and beaten to death so that everybody else can see what I'm talking about. All your fucking lie after lie after lie after lie. Thirdly, let's get back to Christina Jacks. Christina Jacks supposedly was coming to see Bella. Well, guess what? Oh my God, Christina, her crazy ex-boyfriend followed her from Phoenix, beat her half to death. Oh wait, I'm sorry. No, he poisoned her. Is that right, Janie? I get mixed up with all your fucking lies. He poisoned her, left her for dead in her hotel, and here comes Janie to the rescue with her fake make-believe Ron Harris that rescued her, yet this is your friend, and you send her by ambulance to the hospital. Then nobody can get a hold of her. Her crazy ex-boyfriend stole her phone, and she's been out of the loop for a while. But since I called her out on this with Bella, with Christina, with Ron, all of a sudden Christina and Bella are back on. But if you guys notice, if anybody really fucking pays attention, none of them are on at the same time. Maybe 2 people at one time because Janie is in control of all these profiles. Period. If I am wrong, please prove me fucking right. Please, if I am wrong, please prove me wrong. I want actual video footage of Christina, actual video footage of Bella and Janie, all 3 at the same time. I guarantee you that that will not happen because she is a fucking liar. Also, I want to know where Rudy's at. Janie asked me to lie to a detective, which I've tried to call him a couple of times and tell him that she was in Chicago so that they would stop looking for her in regards to Rudy. I'm sorry, but if my son is missing, I would want to know where the fuck he is, and I would want everybody and their mama helping me try to find him. Why has she not looked for him no more? Why does she not share his flyer anymore? Why doesn't she comment about Rudy being missing anymore? Because she knows where he's at. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to contact me. I have no problems, no issues saying what the hell I believe to be fact. I became friends with Janie on Facebook because I really believed at that time that Rudy was missing. After maybe a couple of years talking to her on Facebook, we ended up becoming friends, or so I thought. I had an agency, and I guess maybe because she thought that I had money, she really wanted to be my friend, and she asked me for all kinds of help, which I did help her because I really, again, believed that she had lost a son and that she was missing her son. With that being said, I gave her insurance. I helped her with her taxes. I did other things for her because, again, I had my agency. It's not because I had money. I was just blessed to have been able to open up my own agency for a little while. That's another story. It's still there. The office is still there. I recently found out that Janie created a DBA using my address, and she claimed that she had a financial business at my address. During the time that we were friends, or so-called friends, I was introduced to Bella via Facebook, as well as Christina Jacks, Ron Harris, and several other people, because at this point, I don't know who's real and who's not. That's why it's taken me a moment to come out and talk. I don't know who I can trust. I had somebody contact me saying they were Chris Cuomo, but then they wanted me to give them my login information for the IRS, supposedly so that they can verify my identity. Like, I'm not that stupid. I'm not the brightest, but I'm not that stupid either. Again, Janie thought that she can outsmart everybody and that she knew everything, and by her little BS stories going back and forth between Bella, Christina, and all these other people whom we thought were backing her up, she started creating so many different stories. Like I said in my previous video, she said that her sister Bella, which we all know now, there was never a Bella, it was always Janie, was at El Tiempo restaurant in Houston, Texas, and that she left and that nobody had heard from her since. Now, we were all supposed to meet Bella, so this is why this story took place. According to Janie, Bella got home. The neighbors heard her screaming or arguing with somebody, but there was no sign of Bella. Now, Janie went to go look for her because Janie's a hero. Yep. She wears all kinds of capes and hats and everything else. Bitch is crazy. Janie said that Bella's ex-boyfriend had taken Bella. This would have been around October 29th, 2019, 20. I don't remember. I've been trying for years to get somebody to listen. Long story short, she claimed that Bella had been found about a month later in a ditch, that somebody had beaten her almost to death, and that she was in a coma. We asked if we could see Bella because we all genuinely believed that there was a Bella and that maybe something had happened to her. We're wondering why all these crazy things are happening around Janie. So we asked if we could see Bella. Janie said that we could not go visit Bella in the hospital because Bella had been in a coma, and when she woke up from her coma, she didn't even recognize Janie, and she was freaking out. So the doctors thought that it would be best if nobody visited her. Okay. So she claimed that it was a Christmas miracle, even though Bella was in a coma. She was in and out of it. Bella wakes up and Bella is alert, and Christina Jacks, another fake profile that Janie created, was going to fly in from Arizona so that we can all go visit Bella in the hospital, because here we are still being so stupid and misled by Janie, thinking that Bella is in the hospital. Well, when this happened, Christina ends up missing. Somebody kicked in her hotel room door, and Janie went over there with supposedly Ron Harris, a cop friend of hers, as she said, and they were able to trace her and find her, and she had been drugged, and he had stolen her phone. And then Christina gets mad at all of us because we were concerned about her and told us to stay the fuck out of her life, blah, 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 all these different things. So when I started thinking about all these different things that are happening, I started realizing that the only common denominator here is Janie. Janie's the only one backing up Janie's stories. Bella is backing up Janie's story. Christina is backing up Janie's story. Ron was backing up. But then I realized that none of them were on air whenever she was. And I started to realize that the way that she wrote and everything else, in every single post from Bella, from Christina, was praising Janie. Like they didn't have a freaking life at all. Period. So I started to put two and two together. Then Janie shows up at my house, and she gives me a detective's card, and says that this detective is harassing her. Again, we were still thinking, I don't know what I was thinking at this point. I wanted to believe her because she's a very good liar. She's very convincing. She will cry to you, make you think that everybody's just out to get her. And here, this poor lady already lost one son. Her other son is missing. And people are attacking her or accusing her of having her son. So, she asked me if I would like... Wait, let me back up a minute. She had asked me, because I'm from Chicago, what was the area codes to Chicago? And I told her 312 or 773. Then she ends up calling me from a Chicago number. And she asks me, hey, I'm right here by your house. Can I stop by? Blah, blah, blah. What's your address? Me, dummy. I give her my address. She shows up at my house. I am in total shock because she looks nothing like her profile pictures or anything like that. You know, from what we've seen, everything has been like over the phone or Facebook or whatever. And she's always lying about her appearance. Or, according to Bella, there were times that we were supposed to meet, but Janie was in the hospital with meningitis. I think she had meningitis about 3 or 4 times. I've forgotten. She broke her wrist. She broke her foot. She just so many different lie after lie after lie. Long story, she asked me, she gives me this detective's card and asked me to call the detective and tell the detective that I was living in her house and that she was working in Chicago. I said, why would you want to do that if this detective is trying to help you find your son? She claimed that that detective was harassing her. And she was just trying to get away from all this because she was having a nervous breakdown. So at that moment, that night, I said, okay. But then I'm talking with everybody in my household about it. And they're like, no, you don't do that. She's crazy. She's up to something. She's no good. You need to call that detective and tell him. So I do. I called the detective about 3 or 4 times. We played phone tag. We did talk. And I told him everything that I just told you guys. He said he was going to investigate. I gave him all the names of the profiles, everything. And then I never heard anything again. Let's fast forward to June 21st. Janie sends me a message and she comments on my Facebook looking for insurance. She says they're willing to pay $200. I had no clue what was going on yet. Then they find Rudy. And I said to myself, she's up to something. She's planning something because why is she all of a sudden reaching out to me? So Rudy's found. I reached out to Grizzy. Grizzy says she does not call people. That's what her response was to me because I sent her a message. I reached out to Channel 13. My friend is married to one of the anchors on there. And he had somebody from Channel 13 reach out to me. They called me once and the lady was real busy. You know, they're following all these stupid leads that they think they're getting something out of whatever. So, no, again, nobody's listened. I called the missing persons detective line the day that Rudy was found. I spoke to somebody there. They told me that because of the 4th of July holiday, they were not in and that they would have somebody contact me. I am still waiting. It's been over a week. I am still waiting. I have sent messages. I have done what I think I could do, but nobody ever listened. She conned everybody. She conned me. And more than anything, I don't know what to think about the whole Rudy situation. I do believe that she did something to him mentally to where he's not in his right state of mind. I just want her to really be investigated. There are a few other things that I want to say, but I won't say them on here because I don't know who she's associated with. I don't know what, if anything, she is capable of at this point. And Janie, if you're watching this, I ain't scared of you. I am not fucking scared of you. I just don't trust you or anybody around you. If anybody really wants to talk to me and listen to some other things that I have to say, anybody from law enforcement or from the news, I have a lot more things to say. Please, somebody reach out to me. I don't want a Facebook message. I don't want a text. I want a real person that I can talk to.